Does he have headphones?
Yeah, he does.
Okay.
Yeah, no, he's
Two,
listening.
1.
I saw a thing on Facebook for a guy, like a company that makes like good power, like a good bar,
Yeah,
like, you know, or whatever. And he's like holding up this other bar, and it's like wilting, but he's holding up his also. And I'm thinking like, yeah, man. So if you have a perfect square, right?
yeah,
It's not gonna wilt, but you have a bar that's a bar,
yeah,
and you're holding it like this, and it's going to start doing that.
Yeah.
But he's holding up his, and he's like, see, ours don't do that. I'm like, it's a 2x2 bar. Like, yeah. No, we know. Like,
Physics, bud.
It's not going to do that. If it does, we got fucking problem. Like, make yours the same size and try it and see what happens. I know what, you know what's going to happen?
Yeah, it's gonna orca
doesn't,
fin.
because it doesn't have enough testosterone.
Yeah. Oh, that's what we're talking about today. That's a great segue, bud.
Thank you.
I'm gonna segue into a beer is what I'm gonna do.
Yeah.
What do you want? We don't have anything planned for a drink here. We just have left. We have what I like to refer to as mini fridge scraps. It's like a grab bag deal in here. You could have White Claw, Terrapin stuff. We got that gummies. The Diet Coke. Gatorade. Death Raptor.
We'll take that gummy, I guess. Yeah. That's fine.
Sweetwater gummies. There you go.
Gross.
I'm out of cups, by the way. People asking, probably wondering. I've got one left, which is a problem. It's up there. So I got to find more. I was at a shop yesterday. They didn't have any. So we'll find more. Not something that can happen all the time because you just can't find them all the time.
Yeah.
Oh, let's name Sasquatch. We picked our name. The voting is in. We have voted. His name's Pedro. Pedro, the Sasquatch.
Voted for Pedro.
We did vote for Pedro.
We did vote for Pedro.
Recreational, especially from the company. Oh, I already read this one. That's right. Pack and enjoy your favorite, brother. Terrapin. Osprey. Turtle. Like turtles. Pinkerton. Dude, I didn't know that. Does Ball make like every aluminum can too? Like
I don't know.
Ball mason jars?
Really?
Did Ball make that one? Yeah, it's right here. Right next to the recycle sign. It says Ball. Pack in, pack out. 4.2%. That's kind of stuff.
No shit. Yeah, it does.
So Ball not only makes mason jars, but they make... I always wondered why they had that Ball arena. Is it a hockey arena?
Denver.
It's in Denver, huh?
Yeah. Old Staples Center. God, people in Colorado, if they're listening right now, are so pissed at me that I can't remember the old Nuggets.
Oh, it's Nuggets. Okay, it's in basketball. But it's like...
But so the Avs and the Nuggets play there.
Okay, so it's
Ball
too.
arena.
That's why I remember it from hockey. That's where I got it from. I was like, I remember looking at him like, Ball can afford to sponsor a whole ass stadium. I was like, they make glass jars.
They're in Denver.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah.
And they also make every can, apparently.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's huge. Huge. Gonna be huge.
Damn it. Now I'm going to have to look.
Recreational
I got to look it up. I can't believe I can't remember the fucking name of
Look
that
it up.
arena. That
I
bugs
halted
me.
you the last podcast we were on because we were running short on like where we wanted to shoot at for timelines here.
Yeah.
We were going to talk about some testosterone stuff.
Yeah.
Did you figure it out?
Yeah, but that's not true either.
Oh.
Like it says it used to be the Pepsi Center, but before then it was definitely not.
Before Pepsi Center, before Ball Arena.
Yeah. McNichols Sports Arena. Yeah. AKA Big Mac. Yeah, buddy.
Was it a very prominent family there or something?
I have no idea.
Okay.
You want me to look it up?
No?
No.
Not really.
Yeah. Yeah, McNichols. That's what it was. And then right across the street is Broncos Stadium. So Mile High, the old Mile High, and they built the new Mile High right next to it. They don't call it Mile High now.
They don't?
No, they say it's it's been a few things. I think
that's why they say the Mile High City.
It's in Power Field at Mile High. It's exactly 5,280 feet.
Sure.
Which is why they call it Mile High Stadium, because it's a mile off the. Anyway, but the new one's right next to it.
It's like the Los Angeles Angels of Anaheim.
Sure. Yeah. So it was there. I can't remember what it was the very first year it was. I can't remember the company that owned it or owned the rights to the stadium name or whatever, but they went out of business after 1 or 2 years, and then now
I'm surprised it's not like fucking.
Now it's in Power Field at Mile High, or something.
I'm surprised it's not like fucking. What the hell's his name? Like quarterback.
No, Peyton or Elway.
It's like not like John Elway Ford Stadium.
Elway don't got that money, man.
Yeah,
like he
doesn't sell enough F-150s.
Yeah, well,
he owns a Ford dealership, right?
Or he owns a grip of dealerships. Okay. Yeah. So, yeah, he had John. So just in Colorado is where it started. Obviously, like he had John Elway Honda. And then like a bunch of Chevy, Ford, all of them, right?
Like the whole auto mall.
And then Janet, his wife, ex-wife.
Half of them.
Guess what? Nope. So he then branched out into California.
Okay, I didn't know
that. Into like the Pomona, Fontucky area. Where Ontario Airport was, like Ontario, Fontucky, all that stuff. Mm-hmm. And he had the auto malls out there that were Elway, not John. That's where I got my ball signed. Like really? My buddy worked finance for Giant RV and was really good friends with the guy that ran the finance department at that dealership.
Oh, okay.
And Elway was there, and he had him sign a ball for me.
Well, that's cool.
That was pretty cool. Yeah. I'd never met John Elway. I was gonna say John, like I fucking know the guy.
I never met John.
So weird, but I did meet Ed McCaffrey a couple times.
Not Sean McCaffrey, his dad.
No, Ed is the dad.
That's what I said. His dad.
Yeah, and
Sean Christian.
Christian.
Why did I say Sean?
I met him when he was like 4 years old or 5 years old, and I was like, and now, I mean, to see him now, this is kind of pretty nuts. He was in his dad's Jag, like after a game. It was the game that we went to. I went to a Broncos Patriots game. It was Monday night. It was in December. It was snowing. My buddy owned a liquor store, and one of his reps said, "Hey, I got tickets. You want to go?" I'm like, fuck yeah, let's. So he called me. He's like, "Hey, I know you're a huge Broncos fan. You want to go?" I'm like, yeah.
Yeah, seriously.
So we bundled up, got a bunch of them fucking shooters, and off we went. And after the game, we saw McCaffrey like pulled over, and his kid was in the car. It was Christian. It was pretty cool.
That is cool.
I mean, it's just like, of all places, that dude is massive. Like Ed.
Yeah.
He was like he's like 6'5", but at the time when he was playing, he was like 6'5", 230 or something, 220. He was just fucking huge. I met him at Home Depot the first time. Yeah, of all places. It was just like whoa. I was buying resin for Circuit City because we were doing boxes and we were buying, it was right around the corner.
Yeah.
So like went over there and I almost walked into him like, whoa, you're Ed McCaffrey. Yeah. You got a really weird head, but you're a pretty good ball player.
Yeah. Thanks, bud.
Yeah, it was pretty cool. But, yeah. No. Yeah, it was fun. That was a good game.
All of that because I asked about ball making cans. Mm-hmm. Isn't that amazing?
Yeah. Yeah. And it reminded me of the story that not MS-13. It wasn't MS-13. It was the other group that kind of like combined with MS-13, took over that whole apartment complex in Arvada. Just recently.
Yeah. I believe there's like a very, very, very large group of bikers that are headed up there right now.
Well, that's unfortunate for them.
Yeah.
For the Mexicans.
Yeah. They've done that before. Mm-hmm. Never works out good for anybody else. Mm-hmm. It was a lot of them too.
Yeah. Well,
the picture I saw, it was, I don't know, 800.
If
maybe?
No one's going to take care of it, someone's going to take care of it.
Oh, yeah.
Do you hear about that shooting in Georgia?
Yes.
God, it was a nightmare.
Like an hour outside Atlanta on the other side.
It was on the east side.
On the east side, yeah.
Yeah, they had I guess the other day they had a bunch of like bullshit calls, and they shut a bunch of schools down, including my kids' school.
Why wouldn't you?
Like soft. It was like a soft lockdown, which means they were still in school, but
couldn't do anything.
Yeah, that school they go to is pretty fucking set. Like they've got a full-time
officer.
Dude. Like not part of the sheriff's department officer. Like, and I met him, and I was like, yeah, okay,
that's good.
You'll pass.
Yeah,
but they've got some pretty interesting ways of dealing with that sort of thing.
Yeah, there was a bunch of stuff. God,
Chat State.
We can kick this into fucking conspiracies right now.
Courtney's kid was locked down. She was in a room with like 17 kids.
Yeah.
But when that shit was going down, it was all bullshit too.
Well, they had.
It was all.
I don't know if you remember, but like there was that company that was like that made those like walls, like they're bulletproof walls that pull out from the wall. Those like walls you had in school, they were like on rollers, like you could like build a classroom, like
right.
They're like
you could
that
section off of,
but
the
they're
big
like
room.
They're bulletproof,
really,
and they made them for schools, like they could literally just like pull them around a classroom, and they lock down completely.
That's awesome,
and it's done in like 15 seconds. Like the teacher
beautiful.
can do it. Yeah, and they measured it out to be that it was going to be like $180 billion if they wanted to do it in every public school in the country. Mm-hmm. And people were like, oh, that's way too expensive. Like, why would the government pay for that? And then they sent more than that to Ukraine.
Yeah, in a week.
And people were like, you could have put those fucking things in every public school in the country.
Yeah.
Whoa, you guys suck.
Yeah. I don't know if anyone... it shouldn't sound weird, but like the most important thing is our kids' safety. Like across the board. I'm not talking about my kids, your kid, whatever.
Yeah, no. Yeah.
That's a different thought process altogether. What I mean by that is like, if we can't protect our kids in school, what are we doing? Yeah. That's the future. It's stupid that you'd have to even say that, but it's like, what the fuck are you thinking?
Well, then the other argument is like, well, if you just like made guns illegal, they wouldn't be a problem.
Yeah. Ask Australia about that.
Seriously. But it will. Yeah. Because no gang members have guns. Mm-mm. Yeah. Or drugs for that matter.
No. Yeah. Yeah. Drugs are super illegal.
Yeah. Super illegal.
Yeah. There are no illegal drugs here, right?
Oregon went back on it, by the way. You know how Oregon like made all drugs legal.
Oh, okay.
All of them. Across the board. Decriminalized all the drugs.
They went back on it?
Yep. Yeah. Yeah.
Because the Mex Mafia came up and were
probably.
Like, hey,
I'm sure it had something to do with that.
Yeah, CIA.
Yeah.
Like, it's not how we do this.
Yeah, no, we need to make money from the cartel.
Yeah.
You can't be doing all this nonsense. Yeah. Yeah, it's crazy.
There's a pipeline that goes through your state to Canada.
Yeah, straight up.
Yeah.
You can't be good in this stuff for free, basically.
It's a crazy thing.
It is crazy.
About. Yeah. I get it on a level that they talk about our ability to control the flow.
Yeah.
If we know and we work with them on a level, whatever level that is, we don't know. we don't. You know? But, like, the argument is, oh, it comes into the country anyway. Right.
Yeah.
We pay a lot of money to a lot of people for that to mitigate that.
Yeah.
Right? So, like, what do you tell people like the Coast Guard or these other groups that help Border Patrol, whatever, to mitigate the flow of drugs over the border? What do you say to them when you're also when you're also in bed with the cartels to get that stuff here, because at least we know about it?
What do you say to the American people when you are giving the Taliban $80 million a week?
Yeah, I know. I don't.
Like,
or
first of all, how do you go out, or Ukraine, how do you go out onto a fucking stage and tell the people that we have a fentanyl crisis in this country that has to be stopped, but yet you made the borders completely open?
Yeah. Or you gave so much money to Ukraine that they're actually on Russian soil.
They're literally pushed into Russia. What are you doing?
Yeah. Okay. So here's a question. Good one, I think.
Okay.
Like, at what point is Putin like, all right, enough's enough?
Well, here's the problem.
Because what the scary part is, those are all NATO weapons.
Here's the problem.
Man.
By the way, did you listen to the either Rogan or Sean Ryan with that Annie Jacobson, her book, Nuclear War Scenario? Mm-mm. Okay. I just listened to it all last week. It's like 11 hours long. I listened to the whole thing. The book.
Okay.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
She spent like a long time like interviewing people that worked at like Stratcom in Colorado and like Cheyenne Mountain, like all those places like that control the nuclear stuff. Anyways, like, and like what they could tell her, and like a lot of the stuff has been declassified. A lot of it is declassified and redacted, but everything they could they declassified a document, and there's like 3 words on that aren't blacked out.
Yeah.
But anyway, so she spent all this time like interviewing all these people, and she put together a scenario of something that would happen and how it would go down for sure on our side, like what the actual protocol is for nuclear war on our side, like the real protocol,
like what we would do, or what
the plan is, like as far as not confidential anymore. Anyways, there's a sidebar. What were we talking about before that? Oh, the UN thing, or what the NATO stuff.
Yeah, like the fact that we gave them, we gave money and weapons, to fight Russia, which is
let's not get fucking twisted. There are Americans there right now.
Which is, yeah, I can't talk about this on air, actually.
Okay.
So I'll tell you later.
Okay.
But yeah, I know.
Yeah.
In any case, what I don't like, it doesn't, just cause let's just say there wasn't U.S. military there.
Yes.
Okay. And all we were doing was giving them money and weapons. That's pseudo us fighting Russia without going to war with Russia.
Yeah, Putin said it when he talked to Tucker in that interview.
Yeah.
He said it. But he also said, if there are Americans on the soil, it's a totally different game.
Yeah.
Yeah, not good.
I just like,
look at, they pushed into Russia for a bargaining chip on a peace agreement.
Yeah, that's what they said.
They think Putin gives a fuck. They're in like northern Russia and some shitty ass like farmland. They control nothing.
It's gotta be southern.
No, they moved up to the top.
Why? How could they even go all the way through Russia?
Fucking there.
Yeah.
They moved. Wherever it is, it's a useless piece of land that Russia doesn't care about.
Right. I mean,
as far as like it being strategic.
Yeah, yeah. It's like planting a flag on the moon. I get it. I mean, in a sense.
It'd be like you walking into like, it'd be like you going into like some part of the desert in Mexico that no one's there and be like, look,
but I've
invaded.
So, and that's them just like hyping themselves up. At the same time, Putin did it first.
Of course.
Like he went into Ukraine and and pushed hard into there. And so them pushing back and getting into Russia is like, okay, well, we can do it too. Like, we can run over there and be like, hey, look at me.
Everyone that I've heard talk about it that knows anything about, strategic war stuff. Mm-hmm. As I said, like, if without the United States money and the money from the EU, the European Union, like, Russia would have had Ukraine a long time ago. Like, that's the only thing keeping them afloat right now. Oh, yeah. And Putin knows that.
Yeah, of course.
And also, he doesn't give a fuck that they're in wherever they're at in Russia.
No.
Because that's just his bargaining chip to be like, no, see, like, why peace for what? Yeah. You're here now. Regardless if it's right or not, you can throw your morals out the window. It's fucking Putin. Like, he doesn't care.
He's a businessman.
He's a businessman. And he's a fucking patriot to his country, above all.
Yeah, of course. And the country
to the farthest can go.
Well, yeah, because he's really like a son of the USSR, like the Soviet Union.
He was a KGB agent, dude.
Yeah, but what I mean by that is like
the man. Yeah,
he wants that back. He wants all that.
He wants
the point to get. Well, that
he
was
wants
his
Ukraine because it was part of the Soviet Union.
Right.
That's why he wants it back.
Yeah, and the reason we don't want him to have it is because it powers the EU. Which makes no sense because we have no dog in this fight. We try and say, oh well, yeah, but what if he stop? What if he doesn't stop and he goes to Poland? Who gives a shit?
Well, first of all, like,
who fucking cares? There's that. Who cares? Who fucking cares? Fuck them.
The thing is like you can't just be like what we assume he's gonna do. You have to take this stuff for what we know historically. He has never gave a fuck about Poland.
Yeah.
Soviet Union never has.
Different country, man. It's a whole different...
You know who did?
Germany. Yeah.
Gave a huge fuck about Poland. So it started the whole thing in the goddamn first place.
Right. That's what I don't... it's the whole argument with that whole thing and him pushing more and more, and he doesn't give a fuck.
Like, he wants Georgia and Poland.
Why?
The only thing he's ever said is he wants what they had originally in the Soviet Union. He wants all that land back. Mm-hmm. He wants that all to be part of Russia again. Mm-hmm. And you're like, well, if he gets Ukraine, he'll go to Poland. Never once said that.
Wow.
Does
anyone even give a fuck about Poland anyway? Besides
Polish
the
people
guys that live in Poland. That's it. That's the only people. Like, no one else cares.
Here's the problem, though. Is Poland part of NATO?
Yes. That's the problem.
Because if they invade Poland...
That's why they talk about it,
Yeah, because if they invade Poland, we are bound. I say bound by a contract, like it fucking matters in today's world, but...
Yeah.
We all go. If he goes to Poland, we all go. All of NATO. Because you attack one, you attack them all. That's the whole NATO thing. That's why they made NATO.
Yeah.
You attack one, you attack them all. It's a what's the word? D word. I'm getting dumber by the day. I swear to God, I am. It's a deterrent.
Declaration of war?
No, it's a deterrent. NATO is a deterrent.
Oh, yeah, no, that's
absolutely what it was made for.
Yeah. Yeah.
So you don't have a country get out of line. Problem is, you have a fucking country with a fucking pretty headstrong leader.
Yeah, I mean, I've said this the entire time.
Yeah,
I think, but like, it needs to be said again. Well, it doesn't need to, but I'm going to say it anyway. The biggest issue that no one wants to talk about is the fact that Ukraine has all the nuclear power that runs the EU. The EU wanted them to be part of that so that they didn't have to pay as much as they pay for their electricity. Mm-hmm. Russia wants their land back, but also at which point they can control the entire EU's power grid.
Yeah, because Ukraine makes power.
Don't make no bones about it. That is what this is over.
Yeah.
And he can say what he wants to say. And I'm not saying that he doesn't believe that. I understand he wants his country. He wants that to be a part of his country again. I get it.
There's also that. Yeah.
But that is a massive bargaining chip.
And he was just looking.
A massive thing.
And he was just looking for a reason to do it.
Yeah.
And when we said, hey, we're going to put a NATO base in Ukraine. Fuck you are.
Yeah. Or
like Ukraine's going to join NATO, which means we can put nuclear weapons, thermonuclear
on your
weapons
doorstep.
On your border.
But we're also going to pull out Afghanistan and just leave all our shit there. And it was like, oh, if you're going to do that, well, then this is easy. Like, you guys aren't going to do fuck all about this.
I cannot fucking believe nothing crazy has happened.
Did you see that?
Hold on. I cannot believe nothing crazy has happened in the United States yet. We don't even have a fucking president right now.
No, we don't.
One of them's out parading herself around doing different fucking, like, different accents every fucking town she goes.
Right.
That's our vice president. Our president, he's over there fucking drooling on himself in a nursing home drinking insured drinks or something.
Yeah.
Crazy.
He's on, like, perpetual vacation every time you see a picture.
Yeah, he's weekend at burning it like a motherfucker.
Oh, absolutely. And
everybody else, like, the rest of the world sees exactly what we see.
This is the first time ever this has ever happened in the history of the fucking United States that a sitting president is not doing president things.
Yeah.
He's not the president. We do not have one.
Yeah.
We have one in name only, and that's, you know.
Not a good name.
We also don't have a vice president, in case anyone was curious.
Well, yeah, because she's out fucking parading herself around.
Yeah, that bitch is out there dicking around.
Talking like fucking foghorn leghorn.
Seriously. Shit. Yeah. That fucking, oh my God,
so
this lady.
I think you should listen to that nuclear war book.
I will.
You really should.
Yeah, I'm down. I love listening to books on
Let
tape.
me tell you.
Beautiful.
I'm just gonna tickle the tip real quick. She gave the scenario as North Korea firing nuclear weapons.
Okay.
Because, like, we understand that everyone having, like, between us and Russia, we have like 3,500 nuclear warheads, right?
Each?
Oh, no. We have about 1,800 each.
Okay.
Somewhere in there. 1,750, somewhere in there. Anyways, so, like, the whole idea that why we have so many, and it used to be 50,000, by the way.
Yeah, we decommissioned a lot. Where'd that?
Yeah, well, we all did. Us and Russia came down evenly.
Right.
So, and the reason we have those is because it's a deterrent. Like, everything with nuclear war is a deterrent. That's the word they use a lot. Mm-hmm. So it's like, we have them, you have them, this guy has them. We can't just start shooting these off.
Yeah, if someone that you don't like comes into your house, and, like, the first thing I want to show them is this room.
Yeah.
It's a deterrent.
Yeah. I'd be like, if you're thinking about breaking in here, come with me.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm just like,
this is what you can see.
Right. Yeah.
Anyways, and I'm going to tell you why. So she uses North Korea as it because, like, the general thought is that the deterrent is so strong that the only way someone is actually going to fire another nation in today's world is, they call it the Mad King, you know, like, you don't care anymore.
Yeah.
Which is what fucking Kim Jong is, basically, right? So that's why she used North Korea. Any Hoosers, do you know, this is all I'm gonna tease you out the book. Do you know what the United States
that's a horrible
nuclear launch protocol would be if we detected a ICBM launch from North Korea? So we have a satellite, by the way, that can detect an ICBM rocket launch 0.1 seconds after it ignites. And it hovers over North Korea all the time.
Yeah, weird.
Yeah. So it can detect it 0.1 seconds. And they know at the 8-minute mark, they know exactly where it's going.
At the 8-minute mark?
At the 8-minute mark, they know exactly where it's going.
Gotcha.
They know as soon as it's launched, they can tell where direction it's going.
Sure.
But they know to a city after 8 minutes.
Because they're pulling the coordinates.
33 minutes. No, they're not pulling coordinates. They're tracking it. Because, do you know what I didn't know? Is ICBM rockets launch and they go into orbit. They're in lower space.
Oh, wow. I didn't know that.
They're not like a rocket the whole time.
I got you.
They're using the Earth spinning as the time as it
Makes
drops
sense.
in. It's like 34 minutes from North Korea to here with an ICBM. Anyways, do you know what the fucking our protocol is?
Duck and cover.
I meant like our launch protocol.
No.
Okay, so the president, this is something else I didn't know. The president has something, they call it, and his staff call it the football.
The nuclear football.
The nuclear football. Inside of it, there's a book. Mm-hmm. Every one of them, she explains it, one of the presidents explained it as a Denny's menu for nuclear launch.
Oh.
It's like, if this country is launching, here are your options. There's like 3, I think as it rolls down, there's like 3 for North Korea. The lowest one, do you know how many nuclear warheads we shoot back at them? 80.
Biggest golf course in the world, baby.
80. Here's the
holes
problem.
everywhere.
Here's the problem.
Yeah.
Russia's nuclear ICBM satellite detection, not good. It's called Tundra, and it's not good. It often mistakes the sun for ICBM launches.
Oh.
Not good.
Wow.
The problem is, because of the curvature of the Earth, because of the rotation of the Earth, all of our warheads go over the Arctic Circle, which means they have to go over Russia. Which means Russia has no idea if we're launching at them or not.
Oh.
If we have to launch at North Korea.
Gotcha.
Not good.
That's a bummer.
Yeah. You should read the book. Very good. But yeah, 80. We launch 80. I think it was 83, actually.
Just for good measure.
Yeah. You should listen to the book. You guys should all listen to the book. You want to be scared? You read that fucking book.
You want to know what instantly comes to my mind when I think North Korea launches a nuclear warhead or a weapon like that? It looks like when I let go of a balloon back in the day and it would go.
Yeah. That's what I thought.
So far, they haven't got anything past Japan.
2022. I didn't know that.
Where'd it go? Oh, they killed.
They didn't launch it. 2022, there was, man, it's going to be hard for me to remember, but there was a lot of defector people from North Korea that came over, and some intelligence we have basically via satellite, because, like, dude, it's crazy how weird North Korea is, man. Like, we know nothing about North Korea. We know that they have tunneling machines that is expected just by defector information that they have thousands and thousands of miles of tunnels. Thousands of feet underground in North Korea.
Where do they go? Don't know.
They're all we don't know.
Bunkers.
They know that there is a bunker under a volcanic mountain, which is where Kim Jong-un will be, assuming that he decides to launch nuclear war. And they said that our most powerful ground launching, exploding nuke bomb, because we blow them up over the air for more people casualties and less radiation problems. That's what we did in Hiroshima and Nagasaki. Anyways, so if you land them on the ground, it kills less people, but it causes more radiation. More fallout. Yeah, good job. That's the word I was trying to find out.
Okay, there it is.
Anyways, so we have a certain type of bomb that ground detonates that they figured out it could kill all the way down to like 1,248 feet.
Huh.
Is like whatever, and that's not an exact number, but a number about 1,200 or something. His bunker is like 1,340 or something. He's like 100 feet below like the highest that we can ever get.
Do you think that number is accurate? Ours.
Like we can get that far?
Do you think that they're going to tell the general public that an accurate...
This isn't coming from like government. That number comes from a thermonuclear bomb that we launched on some island somewhere. Mm-hmm. I don't remember what island it was. Those islands we fucked up though.
Yeah.
And it was the first thermonuclear bomb ground detonated we ever launched. We launched at this fucking island. And that's where the scientists got this is not government. This is like...
We're talking about like 40 years ago though, right?
Yeah. More than that.
Yeah. So, yeah.
You need to read the book because we haven't done anything to...
I know we haven't done anything.
We haven't done anything with...
Physically. Like, we haven't actually launched anything.
No. We haven't done anything as for the development of them. Read the book, dude.
I'll read it. I'll listen to it, because I don't read.
Yeah.
I just don't know if like, I'm not discounting the book. I'm sure it's filled with like good information that we're able to know.
Yeah, sure. I just don't think that they're, you got to read it.
Yeah.
I don't want to give anything away.
No, I get it. I mean, look, there's like stuff that we all know that we know.
Sure.
And then there's a bunch of stuff that no one knows unless you're the one doing it or you're there.
Well, that's where all this information came from.
Got it. Again,
Like she talks to the dudes that worked on the thermonuclear bombs.
Yeah, but I mean, again,
that retired like 2 years ago.
Gotcha. Okay. That probably on some level have.
They could tell her all that they could tell her.
Right. Yeah. I mean,
I understand what you're saying.
Yeah.
The problem is, like, the thing that I had to think about, because I thought about the same thing. Like, yeah, but what do we not know? The thing is, like, the stuff that they're telling you in the book is so bananas that you're almost like, if you do anything more, what happens?
Yeah, I hear you. I gotcha.
Fucking wild, dude. When she said that was 80, I was like, okay, well, like, so let's say North Korea launches one, right? And it gets up to the atmosphere, but doesn't come back down correctly because they've had that happen.
Sure.
And we launch 80 because we are not a fire on impact. We are a fire on warning. Our nuclear program is we fire on warning, not we fire on when the fucking bomb hits us.
Right.
So he gets a dud, and then we launch fucking 80. That's nuclear winter, bud. Already.
Yeah.
So it's essentially, if anyone launches a nuclear bomb, that's it.
Yeah, we're all going.
That's it.
We're all going to see the big guy.
Yeah. And some sooner than others, and you want to be in that group.
100%.
I want to be
towards the blast.
I want to be in the group where I want to be right where the bomb lands.
Yeah, I do too.
Yeah.
Like, I don't want to die eventually.
I don't want to die a week later of radiation.
I want to die before I fully understand what that light is. You know what I mean?
I want to be staring
right
at that thing.
Vapor.
Yeah.
That's
the best part. That was the thing I was most surprised about in that book was like, you know what the biggest problem is with a nuclear explosion? The fire that it causes.
Yeah.
It's like everything in 9 miles is completely incinerated. Everything up to like 50 miles after that is immediately on fire. And it's like 200-mile ring around that is just catching on fire. And then there's no firefighters.
Yeah.
Because you can't.
Right.
So then it's just like, now the fire is a problem.
Right.
That's like the biggest problem.
With a big city, it's gone.
It's gone. Yeah, gone.
A place like Tennessee.
Fire.
Yeah. Fire.
Everywhere.
Right. But then eventually it just kind of like ends. You know?
Yeah.
If it ever gets to that point in our lifetime.
You know, I'm with her. I think North Korea is the only one.
Right. I'm sure,
Iran, maybe. They're a little wild.
Yeah, they're wild, but
not that wild.
No. So, like...
Hey, man, 72 virgins.
If they... Yeah, that's a lot. If that ever happened, right, in our lifetime, I feel like I would have a moment or so of panic and then like a calming sense of it's just like, all right then, like that's a wrap.
It's a wrap. What's crazy is like I was thinking about the entire time I was listening to this book. Once it gets really deep into it, like at what point are you just like, I need to either like, at what point like I'm thinking about living here, like at what point are you like, it's my time, like we got to go, like as far as like not be alive anymore and not be like I'm gonna try to survive this and have us die of starvation or dehydration or radiation poisoning or
any other multitude of cancers
of terrible things.
Because
like even if you have food, like as soon as nuclear winter sets in, that's it. You either freeze to death, and if you survive the freezing to death and have food and water that's not polluted, Then you get into, well, now the sun's rays are baking through. So now you have to be underground. Mm-hmm. You can't come out.
Right.
Then what?
Yeah, it's a
24,000 years before you can come back to the surface after nuclear winter.
Yeah, that's a bunch. I mean, I'm not gonna be here for it.
So it's like, at what point are you just like, let's head out, man? You know what I mean?
Yeah, I don't know.
I thought about that a lot the whole time. Like,
Yeah,
I don't want to be the person.
You go into a dark place.
I don't want to be those 3 bullets. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, yeah.
But I will.
Yeah, I mean, just like, what's the point of?
Yeah,
like,
that's what I'm saying. Like, I want to be as close to the blast as possible.
Like, are you really gonna fight?
No, you
like,
can't.
How long are you gonna fight?
What are you fighting?
Yeah, I mean yourself.
Yeah, exactly.
Is what I mean. Like, it's just like the fantasy of we'll survive, the fantasy of
it's not possible after nuclear war.
You know, we'll endure.
Yeah.
Like what for what? What is it? Like, what are you talking about? That's
Like,
that's not reality, man.
Like,
the reality of the situation is it's the worst possible thing you can ever imagine. Times that by 400, and you have no fucking idea.
Yeah,
you have none. Absolutely none. Hopefully, we're on Mars. I guess. You know.
Yeah, I guess.
That's all I'm saying. It's just like,
look, you're not.
What are you coming back to? Where are you going to? Where you? Come on, man. Like
the reality of it is, especially like if you're talking about nuclear war, the reality is global scale nuclear war like that. No one survives.
Right.
Ever.
That's
unless
what
like
no one talks about.
Got underground.
No one wants to talk about that.
No.
Like, you're launching 80, you need to launch 1.
You can't though. Yeah, I don't get you more about the book.
Yeah,
but
I get you.
You can't because it has. They call it cutting. Like, it's like cutting off the head of the snake, right?
Yeah, I got you. You're cutting off everybody's head. That's the thing.
Yeah,
that's what people don't get. Like, you're not.
But what do you do? Take one, give him one. He sends more.
Well, what do you? No, what I mean by that is like what happens to the one that's coming at us?
Yeah. By the way,
can we?
I was just gonna say that's another thing. Like, everyone, myself included, was like, doesn't matter. No one's gonna get to us. We'll just knock it out of the sky. 2023 or 22, one of those years was our best year of knocking ICBM war games out of the sky with ours. 19 out of 20 or 9 out of 20.
Did they explain
that was our best year? Yeah, because these nuclear warheads on ICBMs. So it's essentially, it's like you're hitting that ICBM with an ICBM.
Got it.
That is just a dud, essentially.
Yeah.
So it's like trying to hit a bullet with a bullet is what they say.
Mm.
They said they're pretty good at it in terms of hitting a bullet with a bullet. Yeah. They're about 48% or something like that.
That's banger numbers.
Banger numbers. Here's the real problem is that nuclear warheads all have decoys. So when they launch, I guess like as soon as they're into that orbit phase, because you can't shoot them down until they're in orbit phase, they have like spray out decoys. So now you don't know which one to target. But it's all by, which is interesting too. It's all by stars. All that stuff works. All that stuff is guided by stars in the sky, because it can't be hacked. Their fear with like having a guidance system was that if you launched one, someone could hack it.
You could hack it. Yeah.
Yeah. Not good. Less than 50% on the old success scale there.
Yeah.
Not good enough for me, bud.
We hope on that less than 50% that you hit the home run.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like, I don't want you striking out. Like,
yeah.
I need the home run.
And if there's more than one, our numbers go down again.
Yeah, no, I get it. Yeah.
There's more than one.
Yeah, I know. There's more than one, yeah. Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. Iran's nuclear program is kind of in shambles right now, that apparently.
They said they're pretty close.
No, I know, but it's, again, a lot of that also, I wonder, is it nonsense? Is it just them? Are we just poking around that we don't really know?
We don't really know.
I mean, someone does.
Someone does, not us.
I did, yeah.
I know they've been working at it for a fucking long time, though.
Yeah, they have. Yeah.
And thank God, I guess no one has sold or they have stolen the plans. That's what North Korea got them.
Yeah, I think
there's been 2 countries, I believe, that actually figured it out, us and Russia. And Russia didn't even figure it out. It was stolen.
Yeah, China?
Germany, maybe. Germany got one pretty later down the road. Yeah. See, it's been us, basically.
What about China?
China, I don't know if they figured it out later down the road because they were kind of like...
But they have them.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
They have 500, I think, was the last numbers.
Yeah. I don't know, man.
China understands that they don't need to waste their money making 1,800 of them because they know that, like, there's a certain number that you have. God damn it, man. Just everybody read the book. It's all good information.
Yeah.
Also, if you don't want to be scared, don't read the book.
Right. Yeah, we went up and then came back down.
Yeah, so we had like 50,000 of them, I think, was at one point. Like in the 80s, I think we had like 50,000 was the number. And like, we did like testosterone levels, estrogen levels. We like came down, Russia came down. We came down, Russia came down. We came down, Russia came down. And then settled at, we both have about the same amount, like within 100 of each other.
Yeah. The thing I think about is that, and to your point, I mean, you said it already, like North Korea is the oddball, because
the
all
Mad
these
King
other
scenario,
because all these other countries, all us included, we understand.
Yeah,
like we understand what happens.
Yeah,
like we know, and we don't want our way of life ending.
Or any way of life for the next 25,000 years.
But we also don't want anybody's way of life. Like,
right.
Because it's not just one.
No, it's everybody.
It's everybody. And we all know that.
And I don't know
Russia, China, us, Iran, all of us. But the Mad King scenario where he just doesn't give a fuck.
I don't know that if he doesn't give a fuck or if he's fucking delusional. Because let's be honest. Like, we all know, like that, we've talked about it before. We all know that dude shits. But everybody in North Korea is led to believe that he's so pure he doesn't even shit.
Yeah.
Okay? Yeah. He knows he shits.
Right.
Right. So he's not delusional. He's fucking crazy. But they said, again, defector information, like what we know. It's so crazy. Like that, I think out of everything in that whole book, what fucking surprised me the most, besides our 80 nuclear warheads at North Korea, not even close to what we send at Russia, by the way. But I think what really blew my mind the most is how little anyone knows about North Korea. Anybody.
Yeah.
All we have is satellite photos, and nothing of theirs is on the surface.
Yeah.
That's fucking freaky, man.
Yeah.
But like, what I was gonna say is like, I don't know if it's like he's delusional or. They said that, like, they believe, out of defector information, that he has enough food and water, storage, and or ability to create it in that bunker, in his bunkers, for decades worth. Mm-hmm. So, like, when I heard that, I was like, does this dude, like, is his plan to, like, eventually be like, I'm going to fucking launch nuclear warheads, create nuclear fallout, keep North Koreans going underground until it's okay to come back up? And then it be only North Koreans? Because, like, that sounds crazy, but that dude's fucking wild. And that's what that dude wants.
So, I feel like when he gets to the end of his shitty little life...
He's young, though, man. Because he was only, like, 20 when his dad died.
Yeah, not young enough is all I'm saying.
No.
All I'm saying is it doesn't matter how old you are or young you are, you die.
Yeah, but he's got to keeping that bloodline going. So there's a fucking Kim Jong whatever sound in 25,000 years. Yeah.
So
he's playing the real long game.
Yeah. But I just wonder, like, at what point does somebody, and there are people in North Korea that are just like, there's got to be something else.
Yeah. I've wondered that forever.
And
you're telling me all these generals that are close to him aren't
defectors
like...
and stuff.
What the fuck are you talking about, you midget fuck?
Yeah. There are.
He just killed 30 of his pretty high-ranking people.
Yeah.
Something happened. I don't remember. I'm going to look that up real quick.
But
Go with your thought.
Oh, I'm just saying, like, at what point does China just go, all right, enough's enough? Like, we're just going to...
And does what?
Takes him out.
How? That's the problem. We don't know how. We don't even know where the fuck he's at.
Well, again, I'm not sure that that's 100% accurate either.
I guess you're right.
Okay. Regardless of how me and you feel about it,
yeah,
right? Just take this scenario. Just if there's a scenario in which we actually don't know where he's at or what he does on a daily basis or weekly basis or whatever, there is also a scenario that is as likely,
that we know everything.
We know exactly where he is all the time. And when it gets to the point where it gets a little bit too crazy, he goes night-night. And it's just one of those things where that would be the second to last case scenario.
Sure.
The last case scenario being launching all 80 of them bitches and just let her fly, which is not reasonable.
It's not even not ideal. It's not reasonable. That's a good one.
Yeah.
Not ideal is the wrong way to say that.
Right. So I guess my thought is half full.
Yeah.
Where I believe that that it's 2024 and we have the technology, the wherewithal, and the understanding. I
got you.
We know.
Okay.
Someone knows.
Sure fucking hope you're right.
Right. That's how I choose to feel, because it's just like, how can we possibly not know where the fuck this dude is?
Yeah, I mean, well, we know.
It seems.
I mean, he's not in hiding all the time.
Ridiculous.
Because
he fucking met Trump.
He just killed 30 people. He had his regime kill 30 people, pretty high-ranking officials, because of the way they handled a flood.
Yeah.
30 of them. Go on. Bye. See you later.
So it's like, how many of those dudes that are close to him are on our payroll?
I don't know. I hope
maybe
at least
one.
I hope one.
Yeah. All I know is that when Trump was the president, he fucking met him.
Yeah, he did.
He shook that motherfucker's hand.
Yeah, he did.
So he's not that untouchable. He's not. Because, I mean, he's as untouchable as Trump is.
I just don't understand why we haven't done it already. This motherfucker wild as hell, boy.
There's a reason.
There's a reason somewhere, probably, I guess. Yeah. Who's to succeed him after? He doesn't have a kid.
Well, here's the thing.
Who comes after him?
Look at what happened when we took out Saddam.
Yeah.
The power vacuum in that country, that what transpired from that was like, so does history repeat itself?
Yes.
Yeah, it does. That's what I'm saying. So, like, he leaves.
How do we know he's not better than some general he's got?
Exactly. And that played out in Iraq.
Yeah.
And throughout that region when we took people out.
Yeah.
Right? We take people out, another crazier one comes up.
Yeah.
You know, so it's like, okay, well, where do we... So we kind of have to keep it at bay a little bit, you know.
Yeah. You don't want to push the envelope too much.
But, like, what we did with Russia... Remember, when that whole thing happened originally with Ukraine, like way before... And way before Biden, when he was still... Well, he was vice president at the time. And they sanctioned him. Mm-hmm. They sanctioned Russia and just fucking crushed that country for like 2 years. They're like, that's how you get to people like that.
Yeah.
But that's China, because no one else does anything with North Korea. China does, though.
China does with everybody, buddy.
Yeah.
Russia too, though.
They're a business, man.
Yeah.
Like, that's it. However, you want to fucking... You want to tighten that rope? That's how you do it.
Yeah.
Right?
I think I heard something somewhere some time ago that one of the I think it was like someone was asking like why we haven't killed Kim Jong-un or Il, or his Il was his dad, right? Kim Jong-il was his dad. Yeah. Kim Jong-un is them.
Yes.
He doesn't have a kid, right?
I don't think so.
Not yet. Huh. You better get working on that. He needs a male kid. Anyways, His dad was pretty old, though, when he had him, I guess. Because he was young when he took over.
Yeah.
Anyways. Yeah. I think that one of the things that was brought up when someone said, why the fuck don't we just take this dude out already, was he's got, like, one of their things is he's got, like, a dead man switch. Where it's like, if I'm to die, if someone is to kill me, launch them all. Yeah. So, another deterrent.
Yeah, well, I mean, it's obvious. I mean, you know he's got something. That's just the way it is.
Yeah.
That guy's fucking nuts.
He is nuts, man. That guy's wild as fuck.
Yeah. But you can't dig a hole big enough or fucking far enough down, in my opinion. Just seal it off. Good luck. You got to breathe somehow.
Yeah.
Just saying.
Yeah. I'm with you. There's something else I was going to say, but I forgot. Pretty awesome. I don't remember what it was about.
I'm going to tell you my mouse story, and then we got to wrap this bitch up.
All right.
So I have mice.
Mises?
Yeah. The kill count's 3 now. So a few weeks back, I get woken up at like, I don't know, probably 1:30 in the morning, something like that. Clearing the house with my, I'm just in my underwear or whatever. Clearing the house because I hear all this racket. I'm like, fuck. So here I am fucking clearing everything. Realize it's a mouse got stuck on the sticky trap. He's bouncing off the goddamn garbage can. Dum, 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 dum. And I'm like, fucking perfect. So I grabbed the broom, right? And I figured I would just, press down on the back of the skull.
Sure.
Kill it. Grab the fucking trap. Because he was kind of like half on, half off. I really didn't want to touch the fucking thing at 1:30 in the morning. And if you touch that shit, it is just...
It's sticky.
It is sticky.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I'm pushing down on his neck. It slips. Yeah, it slips. The butt end sticks into the fucking sticky stuff, and it won't come off. And now I have a mouse and a mouse trap on the butt end of the just like wagging the tail,
Yeah.
Tail wagging the dog. So I walk out of my not main door, used to be the front door or whatever, of which I have Ring doorbells.
Yeah.
Or I'm sorry, Ring cameras. And I'm baseball swinging this thing to try and get it
in your underwear.
To try and get it off the fucking end of my broom.
In your underwear.
And it took me like 4
I can imagine you cursing like a motherfucker at this thing.
Full on swings to get this fucking thing to fly off. Okay. And I finally get a fucking beautiful swing off. And it just goes boom, boom, out into the fucking night air, just like all the way down the driveway, dude. I'm talking just like a helicopter. Just. And I turn around and I see the camera and I'm like, this is going to be fucking great.
You have the video.
I have the video.
I want to see it.
I have the video.
Can we post it?
I don't know yet. I don't know.
Are you scared?
Maybe.
Is your asshole out?
It's a lot.
So much crack, it might as well be an asshole.
Yeah, it's a lot of fucking...
Let me preview it for you, ladies and gentlemen.
Okay. So...
I'm laughing already. All I see is his head.
Oh, no.
Okay. Yeah, his butthole hanging out.
Yeah. So, here's the thing.
Oh God, there's sound.
There's sound.
Are you cursing at it the whole time?
I feel like I am.
Let me hear it.
Yeah. I feel like I am.
Hold on, people. Give him the audio. Got it.
I have at least 8 inches of butt crack hanging out.
I can almost see I can almost see your hamstrings or someone's butt hanging out.
There's a lot. I mean,
Oh God. Okay.
I thought I caught it on my other camera because I have another camera that's pointing at the driveway.
Yeah.
And I checked.
It would have been if you saw the fucking thing.
Yeah, flying through the air. I was hoping.
Oh,
Oh, fuck, man.
that's funny.
It was pretty good.
That is funny.
It was pretty good.
Thanks for tuning in, guys. We didn't talk at all about the conspiracy theories we wanted to talk about.
Guess we'll do that on the next one.
I guess so.
We ended up in nuclear fucking fallout.
Yeah, well, hey, man.
Oh, man.
Terrifying. Thanks for hanging out with us.
Imagine what it would have been. Imagine what it was like in the Bay of Pigs era. Like that whole thing.
Yeah, it's not good.
Because the one thing that I remember hearing, like Rogan talked about it too, like in school, they had drills to go under their desk, which is adorable. But like, but they had nuclear bomb safety drills.
Yeah.
In school.
We had earthquake drills.
Oh yeah, same thing. Go behind it. Yeah.
Get under the desk.
Go under desk. Yeah, it works for earthquakes. Works for nuclear bombs. We're good, man.
Yeah,
those are solid desks, apparently.
Apparently.
Anyway, so that whole thing with the Bay of Pigs, that whole, I mean, that was as close as a foreign nuclear weapon had been on U.S. soil ever.
Yeah.
Right? Within like, what, 20 miles of the border, of the, it wasn't even, it was just outside of, it was just inside of international waters, which is 14 and a half miles from there.
Yeah.
I think.
It's fucking all
crazy.
bullshit, right?
Nice, sort of, maybe, I don't know. But there was a Russian nuclear sub that had a nuclear weapon on it.
Yeah. Yeah, they're around all the time.
Yeah, well, they didn't get that close. Well, they have, actually. But
yeah.
Fucking crazy. That's all I'm saying.
God.
So, all right.
Oh.
Let's get the fuck out of here, man.
I'm out. I'm hungry.
See y'all later.
Till next week.